And now, an advert from the Grey Hill. Building Bridges is a gripping audio drama set in 1965 in Anderston, Glasgow. It follows the life of Billy Spears, a deserted husband and his family who are faced with the return of his estranged wife Bernie due to her mother's serious illness. Amid community opposition and the city's demolition and renewal, the story explores the enduring strength of love in the face of bitterness and betrayal. You can now download this audio drama from the Gaiety Theatre Air or the Theatre Royal Dumfries website, or wherever you get your audiobooks from.
Is that what your daddy told you?
Aye.
And what did that cousin of yours say about that?
Said I was a liar. Said he told his daddy. And when he was in bed, he heard him telling my Auntie Izzy about it.
And what did Izzy say?
My Auntie Izzy said I was a poor wee soul. And then he heard my Uncle Hugh bursting out laughing. And he said my mammy was a dirty hoover that dumped her away on an odd woman. William said it was all lies about my mammy being a beauty queen in London.
Is that right?
Aye, Ma. What did my Uncle Hugh mean by a dirty hoover?
Don't you bother what his daddy says. His daddy's a bloody woman. He's an ignoramus with a manners o' a pig. But then again, what more would you expect for somebody that bangs a drum in an orange band? Oh, aye, that's all he's good for, banging his big stupid drum.
But what did my daddy say that for if it was a lie?
Your daddy wouldn't lie to you, hen. Your mammy does live in London. Remember the card she sent you with the big red bus on it?
Aye.
Well, there you are, and to your daddy she always was a beauty queen. So you see, it's no really a lie. And when I get my horns on that William, I'm going to wring his fat wee neck.
But Ma, what did he mean by a dirty hoover?
Never you mind, Etta. That's bad talk. Just forget about him and his daft old da. When we get home, we'll get a nice cup of tea and I'll show you how to sew your dolly's bonnet. And you never know, I might just have enough in my purse for 2 ounces of sherbet lemons.
I love you, Ma.
And I love you too, hen. And nobody's ever going to do you any harm as long as I'm around. Oh, Detta, I think we might need to forget about the ribs, hen. Your ma's not feeling too well.
Your face is all white and sweaty.
Oh, this is how the doctor tell me to sit. It helps the pain. That's good, lassie. Hold on to my purse, Detta.
I've got it, Ma. Don't worry. Ma, are you alright?
Run into that close. Chat one of the doors. Tell them to get a doctor.
Open the door. Hurry up. My ma's sick. Please.
Get ready to embark on a journey like no other. Introducing Stories from the Grey Hill, the brand new podcast that will transport you to the world of audio theatre like never before. Dive into a world of gripping narratives brought to life by talented playwrights, as Stories from the Grey Hill presents 12 months of exclusive content. Each week we will unveil a new episode, taking you on an audio theatre drama adventure you won't want to miss. You can subscribe via Spotify, Apple Podcasts or Patreon, or via our theatre venue partners, the Royal Theatre in Dumfries or the Gaiety Theatre in Ayr. By subscribing, you're supporting us to create more audio drama for you to listen no matter where you are, supporting the next season and more talented creatives. For more information, visit www.thegreyhill.com/stories and find out more about all the artists taking part. This month we listened to 3 plays from Birgit Itse, titled Pure Baltic, What Is It We Keep Talking About, and Time of Our Lives. Here's the cast list: Sarah Meikle and Barry Robertson. Directed and produced by Barry Robertson. Before we begin, we would love to hear your thoughts on this production. Please share your feedback on social media via mentioning our username at @THGreyhill, followed by the hashtag StoryPodcast. And now, Pure Baltic by Birgit Itse.
My feet are cold, very cold. I'm in my bedroom. I'm back inside for my after sunset walk. My soul is filled with breathtaking memories and I smile. It doesn't matter that the current visuals are not appealing. I've taken off my ankle warmers and thermal socks. My feet look purplish.
Your feet are colder than a freezer? I'm going to make you a cherry tea.
So nice and hot. I enjoy this tingling in my toes as they're warming up and turning into nice and pink. I feel much warmer now. I'm ready to go to bed. Take my grandmother's hand-knitted socks off of the radiator. I wear these red and white striped socks only when I'm in bed. No walking, not even on carpet. They're too valuable for that. These socks are the last ones she knitted in her long life. I got them for my birthday, and 4 days later, she became a rainbow. It was more than a decade ago.
Here's your tea. Why are you wearing these socks?
Thanks. Because these are red, and red is a warm colour. So it's a warming colour.
What is blue?
Blue is a cold colour.
So it's cooling.
Yes.
So that's why your skin is blue when you're cold, and when you're feeling too hot, it's red?
I've never thought of it, but there's some truth in that.
The socks are warm now.
We exchange socks to the tea mug. Thanks, I reply as I curl under the blanket. He stays for a bit, just to cuddle.
Good night, Mum.
Nighty night.
See you in the morning.
See you in the morning. It's really difficult to fall asleep with freezing feet. Often, the coldness travels to the other parts of my body. It's the side effect of a chilly season, so I'm kind of used to it, as much as you can get used to being cold. I still go out. I like fresh air, especially frosty mornings. Even the snow is nice, for a bit. Not a fan of shoveling it for 6 months a year, or even for 4 months, like it used to be back in Estonia. It wasn't too rare when the snow came in mid-October and left in mid-April. Then again, I look at the pictures of the ice plates in the sea, the cold candles on the fields raising to the sky, my mum's pictures of flakes dancing in the golden sun, shining through the clouds, and something inside me gives me a nudge. I think of the ice roads created on the sea, something I didn't manage to drive while I lived there. I think of the skiing trip, when we camped in the forest, dug a space to put up a tent, collected snow to cook food, and had a fireplace in our tent. Spruce branches under us to keep away the cold. Don't you miss this? Think of the trees covered by thick snow caps, low midday sun peeking through the sparkly branches, and days so cold you could hear snow crystals squeaking under your feet. There's something calming about the smoke from the chimneys, lazily raising towards the sky. And during those cold, late sunrises, I can see how the air I breathe is forming shiny ice crystals in front of my face. I'm breathing diamonds, I think, and I smile. Very fairy-like idea. Scotland is a land of fairies, fairy tales and unique unicorns. I like the idea that I fit into this story, although the languages are very different. There's that universal language of stories. It's the matter of finding words and the combination of words to express it. In the Scots language, there are 400 words to describe snow. In Estonian, the snow is just snow. Sometimes it's soft, so you can build snowmen or have snowball fights. Sometimes it's powdery, but it's just snow. Although I joke that Scotland is not the place to move for weather. For me, it was, a bit. Not the main reason, but for sure it played a part. I couldn't handle the weekly -25s. I felt like there's nowhere I could feel warm, like the blood inside me froze. The cold that went through every layer of clothing and returned quickly after I left the steam room of a hot sauna. I think it's time to introduce a proper sauna for the locals. I smirk when I think about it. As I think back to the wintry days here, my smirk grows into a big grin. Pure Baltic. I always tend to giggle inside when I hear that and see the expression on their faces. Yes, it is cold, I agree, and I smile. Thinking of this in my warm bed makes me chuckle. In the Baltic countries, of which Estonia is the northernmost, a couple of -degrees is called a mild winter. -20 is not very rare, quite common, I should say. Every winter, there are a couple of nights and mornings when the temperature is below 30 degrees. -35 is rare, but happens almost yearly. I know that these temperatures are not comparable because of the level of the humidity and the wind. Still, I find the expression pure Baltic amusing. Northern Scotland and southern Estonia are in about the same latitude, and except a bit of Sweden, there's nothing but two seas between them, the North Sea and the Baltic Sea. Blizzards, heavy snowfalls, sleet and ice rains that cover your car within minutes with a thick ice. Also the streets and roads. I've seen it all. I've survived it all. And I'm grateful that I don't have to experience it.
I like snow. When are we going back to the Cairngorms and do some mountain skiing?
He's rarely cold. Already when he was little. We had our joke how I was the canary bird and he's the penguin. Fortunately, some good things haven't changed. He's a winter kid. I was born in spring. So for me, evergreen trees and grass, roses blooming in the gardens, and the yellow flowers of gorse in the moor or on sand dunes, even in November, December, and January, is very much to my liking. And as much as I get excited seeing daffodils showing their leaves in February, birds chirping on treetops, and dolphins coming back in April, I enjoy that swirling, twirling dance of snowfall, the feeling of flakes melting on my face. I enjoy going to the nearest forest and shaking the branches so the snow falls on me. Fortunately, my son is as playful as I am, so during these walks, we can have loads of fun. Creating memories while unleashing our inner pure Baltic. Smile on my face, I fall asleep. I can totally survive this.
Get ready to embark on a journey like no other. Introducing Stories from the Grey Hill, the brand new podcast that will transport you to the world of audio theatre like never before. Dive into a world of gripping narratives brought to life by talented playwrights, as Stories from the Grey Hill presents 12 months of exclusive content. Each week we will unveil a new episode, taking you on an audio theatre drama adventure you won't want to miss. You can subscribe via Spotify, Apple Podcasts or Patreon, or via our theatre venue partners, the Royal Theatre in Dumfries or the Gaiety Theatre in Ayr. By subscribing, you're supporting us to create more audio drama for you to listen no matter where you are, supporting the next season and more talented creatives. For more information, visit www.thegreyhill.com/stories and find out more about all the artists taking part.
And now, an advert from the Grey Hill. Bessie Dunlop, The Witcher Dalry, is based on the true story of Bessie Dunlop's confession to witchcraft in 16th century Scotland and takes place in the charming town of Dalry, Scotland. You can even visit the locations mentioned in the play. With a talented cast of 39 members, the play features traditional Scottish songs and is spoken in various levels of Scots and English. Don't miss out on this captivating and unique production. You can now download this audio drama from the Gaiety Theatre Ayr or the Theatre Royal Dumfries website, or wherever you get your audiobooks from.
Has his fever no broken yet, Bessie?
No, Maggie, he's still burning, mate.
How are the weans?
The lassies are fine, but the bairns of a seek.
I'm sorry. Bessie, I was hoping you could help my weans.
I can't even help my own bairn.
Oh, God bless the wee soul.
It wasn't me. Didn't do it.
Now, Andra.
Ken nothing about it.
Andra, calm yourself down. There now.
What do you want from me?
Andra, it's me.
Oh, dear, he's havering.
See, and here's Maggie, your brother's wife.
Mother, like the fire. Freezing.
Right, there now, Andra. You calm yourself down. There. He's ready for sleeping now, Maggie.
Aye, that would help him. And it would help you too, Bessie.
True. But I'll need to gather some herbs to make a hot brew for him.
All right, Bessie. I'll stay till you get back.
Is he not ony better, Mammy? Where are you gone, Mammy?
I'm away to gather some herbs to make your daddy better. Maggie's going to stay with yous. Now, you get back to sleep. I'll not be lying.